What's up guys, and welcome back to my channel. In our first news, Islam Makhachev wants to defend his belt more times than Kamaru Usman ever did. Ahead of his highly anticipated fight with JDM, Islam surprised many fans in the MMA community when he revealed that his main goal isn't just to win, but to chase greatness by matching and surpassing the records of past champions. Earlier, Islam mentioned that he wanted Kamaru Usman as his first title defense, which immediately caught the attention of fans and analysts around the world. After those comments went public, Makhachev clarified his vision, saying he's not only focused on defending his lightweight title, but also on achieving something bigger. During an interview with the UFC, Islam explained his long-term goals, saying, second belt, defend maybe more than Kamaru, and to become Hall of Fame, and that's it. This short but powerful statement perfectly sums up Islam's mindset: simple, determined, and focused entirely on legacy. It's worth remembering that Kamaru Usman had 5 successful title defenses before eventually losing his belt to Leon Edwards for Makhachev. Surpassing that number would be a major statement, especially considering his ambitions of moving up in weight and chasing a second belt at welterweight. The lightweight champion has already proven his dominance by defeating some of the toughest names in the division, and now his eyes are set on history. Islam has repeatedly talked about wanting to stay active, defend his title often, and avoid long layoffs between fights. He believes that constant competition sharpens his skills and keeps him motivated. Whether he decides to remain at lightweight or move up to welterweight after his fight with JDM, one thing is clear: Makhachev is on a mission to build one of the greatest legacies in UFC history. Fans are eager to see if he can maintain his dominance and truly go beyond Usman's record, proving once again why he's considered one of the most disciplined and dangerous fighters in the sport today. And before we continue, make sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe to help support the channel. Moving on to another news, the MMA community has been buzzing after Khabib shared his latest comments, and fans as well as fighters had a lot to say about it. Many people weighed in, giving their honest thoughts on Khabib's perspective regarding the biggest potential fights in the sport right now. One fan said, "I actually agree. As much as I love the John Jones versus Alex Pereira fight, and as massive as that would be across all combat sports, the magnitude that Ilya brings feels reminiscent of the Conor era." However, not everyone shared that opinion. Another fan disagreed, saying, "Both John Jones and Pereira are bigger names than Islam and Ilya. Those two fights, Jones versus Pereira and Islam versus Ilya, are the biggest matchups the UFC could possibly make right now, unless Conor comes back." They went on to say that while the Jones versus Pereira fight is huge, the difference lies in the excitement of the unknown. You already know how Jones fights. He's just going to grapple. But with Islam and Ilya, there's unpredictability, and that's what makes it so exciting. Another person added a powerful take, saying, "You want to know the difference? Most people wouldn't lose sleep if Pereira and Jones didn't fight. But if Islam and Ilya never meet inside the octagon, fans would be talking about that what-if scenario for years. They believe it could go down as one of the biggest fights in UFC history, especially if Islam defeats JDM this Saturday. Many agree that if that happens, the UFC should look into making a catchweight bout between Islam and Ilya so both can meet in the middle. The anticipation, rivalry, and skill level between these two champions could make it one of the most iconic showdowns ever seen in modern MMA." Moving on to another news, Islam Makhachev has once again proven just how strong he really is, this time by beating Alex Pereira in a grip strength test. During fight week, a new trend has been going around among UFC fighters, testing their grip strength on a digital machine to see who has the most powerful hands in the game. What started as a fun challenge quickly turned into something serious after some surprising results came out. Not long ago, Khalil Roundtree set the bar high by posting a massive score of 166.2 pounds, the highest so far. Coming in second was Alex Pereira, who hit an impressive 159.2 pounds, proving his strength as a former 2-division champion. But then came Islam Makhachev, and he shocked everyone. Despite being a lightweight, he managed to beat Pereira's score with a staggering 161 pounds of grip strength. What's even more impressive is that Makhachev's number was only about 5 pounds shy of Roundtree's record, which is incredible considering the size difference between the two. Roundtree competes as a light heavyweight, while Islam usually fights at lightweight, making this result a huge testament to his conditioning and overall power. For some perspective, the average person usually scores around 103 pounds on this same test. So, for Makhachev to hit 161 pounds is absolutely insane. It's not just raw strength, it's a reflection of the kind of intense training and discipline he's known for under the tutelage of Khabib and his team. This performance once again shows why Islam Makhachev stands out among today's elite fighters. Whether it's inside the cage or during these behind-the-scenes tests, he continues to prove that his physical power, focus, and work ethic are on a completely different level. Moving on to another news, JDM has shared his thoughts on Islam Makhachev's game plan ahead of their fight at UFC 322. During a recent interview with ESPN, JDM said that he fully expects Islam to rely on his grappling and wrestling from start to finish. According to him, there's no doubt that Islam will spend the entire 25 minutes pushing for takedowns and looking to control the fight on the ground. JDM explained that he doesn't believe Islam will want to stand and trade for long, saying, "I expect 25 minutes of him pushing for the takedown. It's always a threat. It's something he's always thinking about." He went on to say that while some fighters might underestimate Islam's strength moving up to welterweight, he doesn't think he'll have any weight advantage at all. In fact, JDM believes Islam will look stronger and healthier at 170 pounds. Really, this whole camp, since knowing Makhachev was coming up, we believed he's going to be a big, strong welterweight. I don't think I'm going to have a big weight advantage, to be honest. I think he's just going to be more filled out, probably more healthy. He probably feels the best he's ever felt, JDM said confidently. He also added that this will be the toughest version of Islam we've ever seen, acknowledging that the lightweight champion's transition to welterweight could actually enhance his performance. Meanwhile, Alexander Volkanovski also chimed in on the matchup, offering his thoughts on how JDM should approach the fight. In a video posted on his YouTube channel, Volkanovski warned JDM not to take it to the ground with Islam under any circumstances. "Jack's great on the ground, but we don't want it to go there," Volkanovski said. "Even though Jack's good there, that's Islam's world. That's all he does 24/7. Since he was walking, he's probably been wrestling. Literally, he was wrestling before he started walking. That's how long these guys have been doing this." Volkanovski emphasized that while JDM has solid grappling, he should focus on keeping the fight standing. He advised, "Be okay with the scrambles, stay urgent, and use your weight to wear him down. You can tire him through scrambles like I did, but if you get complacent and wait on your back, you're not going to wear Islam out. Jack needs to be stubborn on the feet, stubborn in the wrestling exchanges, and if it goes down, stubborn to build himself back up." He added that JDM has the skill to do it, but his best chance is to keep it on the feet and use his striking to his advantage. Volkanovski ended by saying, "Obviously, you know my pick. I'm going Aussie, Aussie, Aussie." With the fight only days away, all eyes are now on JDM and Islam as they prepare for one of the most anticipated main events of the year. Both men are entering with massive stakes, and fans are eager to see if Islam's wrestling will dominate again or if JDM can shock the world with his striking. Moving on to another news, Adin Ross has spoken out and defended Ali Abdelaziz following their recent viral situation. During a stream, Adin addressed what happened and explained that he didn't feel uncomfortable or disrespected at all. In fact, he made it clear that he understood Ali's intentions and believed the whole moment was being blown out of proportion. Adin said, "I ain't going to lie, bro. I talked to Ali off the stream. He wrote me a paragraph, and honestly, he didn't even have to invite me to that gym. I'm gonna just defend him there. I had a good time, bro. It was fun." He went on to explain that it was the first time he had really been around trained fighters up close, and seeing that level of intensity was eye-opening. Adin mentioned that he could tell Ali knew exactly what he was doing, and that the situation never got out of control. "He knew what he was going to do, bro," Adin said. "He knew how far it it would go, and it wasn't like he was trying to hurt me or anything like that. He continued by saying that Ali actually looked out for him and made sure he was safe, even during the chaos of the moment. Ali looked out for me, man. He didn't have to, but he did. So, thank you for that. Adin finished his thoughts by emphasizing that there was no bad blood and that people were just overreacting online. For him, it was simply a fun and unexpected experience. Despite all the viral attention, Adin stood by Ali, saying that he respects him and appreciates the hospitality he was shown during their time together. Moving on to another news, the Russian MMA media has completely blown up after a major revelation from Islam Makhachev's training camp ahead of UFC 322. Muhammad Burkamov, one of Islam's main sparring partners and a PFL welterweight contender, gave an explosive interview to the Russian outlet Ushateka. In that interview, Burkamov revealed that Islam absolutely destroyed a top UFC middleweight during training, going into full detail about how it all went down. According to Burkamov, Islam has completely revamped his training system for this camp. He's been focusing on sparring with heavier and stronger fighters, testing himself against bigger bodies to push his limits. The goal, he said, is to make every session a grind, so that when fight night comes, nothing feels unfamiliar. Despite constantly training with larger opponents, Islam keeps dominating, showing a level of strength and control that even shocks his teammates. Burkamov described Islam's physical evolution as something out of a movie. He said Islam's top game pressure is insane, and that his grappling control has reached a level where it's nearly impossible to escape. Even when he rolls with middleweights and welterweights, he doesn't just survive, Burkamov said. He controls them, holds them down, and breaks them. It's unreal. He added that Islam's conditioning and toughness have also become otherworldly. Body shots don't even affect him, Burkamov explained. The kind of punishment that would drain most fighters doesn't even make him flinch. His cardio, his recovery, it's all on another level. When describing Islam's current form, Burkamov joked that the champion feels like he's part of the Avengers, unstoppable, unbreakable, and terrifyingly dominant. He claimed that Islam's combination of strength, skill, and intelligence makes him one of the most dangerous fighters on the planet right now. The training footage reportedly shows Islam ragdolling opponents much bigger than him, including that unnamed UFC middleweight who couldn't handle the pace or pressure. Burkamov concluded by saying that Islam's preparation for JDM is the best he's ever seen from him. He's ready for anything, he said. This is a new version of Islam, stronger, faster, and more confident than ever before. As UFC 322 draws closer, it seems Makhachev is once again proving why he's considered one of the most complete fighters in MMA today. Moving on to another news, Joe Rogan has reacted to Ronda Rousey's recent comments, and he made it clear that he still has nothing but love and respect for her. Speaking on his podcast, Rogan praised Ronda for everything she accomplished during her legendary run in the UFC. He said, "Legend, I got nothing but love and respect for that lady. What she did was so impressive. She was the first legitimate female superstar. She made the UFC women's division possible." Rogan went on to explain that before Ronda came along, Dana White was very open about not wanting women to compete in the UFC. It took someone as talented and dynamic as Ronda to completely change that mindset. If it wasn't for her, Rogan said, Dana would have never even considered it. It took someone that special to make him realize, you know what, this lady's a star. He then responded to Ronda's comments about him not being an expert, saying that he completely understands her point of view. Everyone's entitled to their opinion, Rogan explained. You've got to understand why she thinks that way. She has a champion mentality. You never fought, so from her perspective, you're not really part of it. It's like football. If you didn't play, people will say you don't get it. Even if you studied the sport, I get it. And that's totally fine. Rogan clarified that he doesn't take Ronda's remarks personally. She didn't say anything terrible about me, I don't know what he said. She just said I'm not an expert. That's not a mean thing to say. That's just her opinion. He even defended her tone, saying that if someone else said it, maybe it would sound insulting. But coming from her, it made sense. In the end, Rogan showed nothing but respect for Ronda, reminding everyone how much she changed the sport. Her impact, both in the octagon and outside of it, remains one of the most important in UFC history. Moving on to another news, Alex Pereira has made headlines once again, this time calling out Khamzat to a grappling match. In a recent clip that quickly went viral, Pereira was seen training when someone asked him if he was preparing for Khamzat. Pereira laughed and responded confidently, saying that if Khamzat wants to test himself, he's ready anytime. He went on to talk about how Khamzat first needs to prove himself and actually show up for a fight. Pereira mentioned that what fans really want to see is a massive showdown, saying, "We need John Jones. We want big names, but if Khamzat fights that guy, I'll bet my house on it." The crowd around him burst out laughing as Pereira made it clear that he has no problem facing Khamzat in any setting, whether it's MMA, grappling, or even a spontaneous encounter. Pereira continued by saying, "I'm retired, but I'm still around. If you mess with me in the lobby, at the hotel, anywhere you see me, and you try something, I'll snatch the life right out of you, man." His words showed that he's still got that fierce energy and confidence that made him a two-division UFC champion. As the clip spread, fans started talking about what a potential grappling match between Pereira and Khamzat would look like. It's a clash of styles. Pereira's striking power and newfound grappling confidence against Khamzat's relentless wrestling. Whether it actually happens or not, one thing is for sure, Pereira knows how to keep the fight world talking. Moving on to another news, Dustin Poirier has shared his prediction for the upcoming fight between Islam Makhachev and JDM at UFC 322. Poirier, who shared the octagon with Islam earlier this year in what many called a fight of the year contender, knows firsthand how dangerous the lightweight champion can be. Their 5-round war at UFC 302 ended with Poirier being submitted in the final round, giving him a deep understanding of Islam's strengths and weaknesses heading into this matchup. Speaking in a recent interview with MMA Junkie's Mike Bone, Poirier explained that Islam will face serious trouble if he's unable to get JDM to the ground for extended periods. "That's where it's going to be tough for Islam," Poirier said. "He has to threaten with grappling somewhere. He can't just sit there and exchange combinations with JDM in the center of the cage. I don't think he can do that. He's gonna lose if he does that." Poirier went on to say that while Islam might have some moments on the feet, the key to his success will always come down to mixing things up and keeping JDM guessing. He's got to go back and forth, up or down, up or down, Poirier continued. He can't just sit and kickbox with Jack for 25 minutes. I don't think he's on that level. When asked for his prediction, Poirier said, "I would think Islam by decision. But if Jack does win, I'm not going to be totally blown away if he lands something big, maybe a shot or a knee that hurts Islam. Obviously, if he beats Islam by decision or even submits him, then yeah, I'd be shocked. But overall, I have to go Islam by decision. If I was betting on it, that's what I would bet." Despite favoring Islam, Poirier acknowledged that JDM has all the tools to pull off a major upset, especially with his dangerous striking and composure under pressure. Still, the former interim champion believes Islam's experience, wrestling, and championship mentality will be enough to get it done over 5 rounds in New York City.